Hello, I'm Alan Powell, and this video is the second part in our series on Jacoby 2-No Trump. So let's start with a review of what we talked about last week. So Jacoby 2-No Trump is a response to one of a major, one heart or one spade. A jump to 2-No Trump by responder, all right, is going to show a game forcing hand with 12 or more points and 4-card or more support, right? So one heart, 2-No Trump shows 12 or more points, 4-card heart support, mandatory 4-card support, right? One spade, 2-No Trump, same thing, 12 points, 4-card spade support, right? This does require an alert by your opponents, for the opponents, not by the opponents. When you see an asterisk next to the bids in this the video, that means that you're required to alert it for the opponents. And you can look in the first part 1 document and video to see when you should alert and sort of how you should alert. All right. Once you've made the first 2 bids, the first 2 bids of Jacoby 2-No Trump are very easy, right? We've all been opening one of a major, and we can all tell when we have 4-card support and opening hand, and we know we want to play game in hearts, right? So the first 2 bids are very easy. After that, they require a little bit of work and memorization, right? When you're working with unbalanced hands as opener, right? Unbalanced hands. A new suit on the 3 level. So bidding a different suit than you opened on the 3 level shows shortness in that suit. Shortness being defined as singleton or void, not a doubleton, right? Singleton or void in the bid suit. So one heart, 2-No Trump. If you want to show a singleton and void in clubs, you bid clubs. If you want to show a singleton or void in spades, you bid spades. The suit you bid is the suit in which you are short. New suit on the 3 level, shortness in that suit. Okay. Same thing over a spade, 1 spade, 2-No, whichever suit you are short in, wherever you have the singleton or void, that is the suit you bid, right? So 1 spade, 2-No, 3 diamonds shows shortness in diamonds, a singleton or a void in diamonds, right? So my advice is don't try to memorize each of these individual pieces. Memorize the overall concept there that a new suit, not the one you opened, on the 3 level shows shortness, right? A new suit on the 4 level, these are also unbalanced hands, will be a 5-card or longer suit headed by at least 2 of the top 3 honors in that suit, right? So a jump to the 4 level, it takes up a lot of space, but it is very descriptive when it does happen. 1 spade, 2-No, 4 clubs is a 5-card club suit headed by 2 of the top 3 honors, right? Ace, king, ace, queen, king, queen, whatever the 2 of the top 3 are. So you bid the suit, a new suit on the 3 level, not the one you opened, shows a 5-card or longer suit headed by the 2 of the top 3 honors. One reminder about this, when you're 5-5, remember to open 1 spade. So it will go 1 spade, 2-No Trump, 4 hearts. You should never have the auction 1 heart, 2-No Trump, 4 spades. It takes you past 4 hearts, which is where you want to play on this hand. Okay, so 5-5, always open the spades and then jump to the 4 level if your suit is headed by the king, queen, ace, king, or ace, queen. Overlap, any 2 suits containing any hand containing 2 5-card suits must have a singleton or void as well, right? 2 5-card suits, that's 10 of your 13 cards. There's only 3 left, right? So the only possible distributions are 3-1, 2-1, or 3-0. So you must have a singleton or void. How do we choose between showing the shortness, which we know we have, or the 5-card suit? And the way you distinguish between the 2 types of hands is when your suit is good. When your suit contains 2 of the top 3 honors, show the suit by bidding on the 4 level, right? With a suit that's not quite so good, or even a bad suit, show the shortness, right? Show the singleton or void by bidding the new suit on the 3 level. Okay, so When you have two 5-card suits, you will have shortness somewhere. So deciding which one to show is going to be based on my 5-card suit. Is it good to the top 3? Or if it's not good, I will show the shortness. Okay. The balanced hands. So remember, we decided these were mostly balanced. They're any shape that does not have a singleton or a void, right? So it could be 5-3-3-2, but it could be alternative shapes, right? 5-4-2-2, 6-3-2-2. We wouldn't consider those balanced, right? 7-2-2-2. None of them have singletons or voids. So they're mostly balanced, we just call them, right? And our principle here was we used fast arrival, slow arrival, right? The faster we bid the game, the weaker we are. So if we bid the game right away, 1 heart, 2 no trump, 4 hearts, that is fast as possible. That is also as weak as possible. We open the bidding, so we have at least 12 to 20 points. So 12 to 14 with a minimum hand, fast arrival straight into 4, right? With 15 to 17, that's sort of the mid-range, right? We don't want to go quite as fast or quite as slow, right? So with the mid-range, we're going to rebid 3 no trump. A reminder, that is not an offer to play 3 no trump. It looks like it, but it's not. 1 heart, 2 no, or 1 spade, 2 no. The moment we bid 2 no trump, we have agreed that we are playing in 4 of a major on this hand at a minimum. We are not playing in 3 no trump. We have a 9-card fit in the major. Right. So 3 no trump here is a description of the strength of your hand, not an offer to play in 3 no trump. It says, partner, I've got a little bit extra. Right. And with 18 to 20 points, with the maximum hand, we go as slow as possible. Right. So 18 to 20 points. The slowest we can go is by rebidding 3 of our major. 1 heart, 2 no trump, 3 hearts, 1 spade, 2 no trump, 3 spades. This is distinguished from the singletons and voids because you are rebidding the same suit. This is not a new suit on the 3 level. This is the same suit on the 3 level. This shows a maximum hand and slam interest. Doesn't promise an extra card in hearts or spades. We've already got 9 of them. We don't need to worry about another one. What we're worried about is showing slow arrival, maximum hand, interest and slam, opposite 12 points, certainly, right? All right, so that's what we talked about last week. And, you know, once we've exchanged the first 2 bits of information, right, we need to then try and figure out how we're going to go on from there, right? And over time, you will add more tools to your slam bidding toolkit, right? Right now, our main tool is Roman key card 1430, right? But if we were to bid a new suit by a responser here, these are considered control showing Q bids. And we're not going to talk about that this week. After we've covered all of Jacoby, 2 no trump, and we've talked about splinters, then we're going to talk about more advanced techniques, right? So we're going to get the basics down first, mostly using Roman key card. And then we're going to talk about the control showing Q bids, right? In the 6th and even the 7th week of class. We'll be dealing with situations where you decide which one of these methods you want to choose. If you do not want to move towards slam, then your method is just to return to the trump suit, right? Returning to the trump suit says, okay, partner, I have no real further interest in slam, right? So for the most part, this week, we're going to concentrate on number 2 and number 3, right? Do you want to go to slam? Yes. Roman key card is probably going to be the tool we use. And if you don't want to go to slam, return to the trump suit as a sign off. Okay. All right. So how do you evaluate your hand if partner shows shortness? So a partner bids a new suit on a 3 level showing a singleton or void in the bid suit. And this is probably the most common response to Jacoby, 2 no trump. This one and jumping to 4 with a minimum balanced hand. Those are the 2 possible, 2 most common things. So showing a new suit on the 3 level is going to be the most common, one of the most common responses. And we need to be able to evaluate our hand, take the information from our partner and decide whether we want to move towards slam or not, right? So, I mean, the idea is you want to look at your partner's bid, you want to look at the suit he's short in, and you want to decide, okay, does that make my hand better, or does that make my hand worse? If it makes your hand better, you're thinking about moving towards slam. If it makes your hand worse, then you're going to want to sign off in 4. What makes your hand better or worse, right? So we're going to look specifically at the suit in which partner has shown shortness. And I want you to think about working points versus wasted values, right? As a general rule, the less high card strength you have in your partner's short suit, the better. Having the ace opposite singleton, fantastic. Having nothing opposite a singleton, also good, right? Because you had a bunch of losers. Think of it this way: if you're looking at your hand and you had 4 heart losers, and your partner said, "Oh, by the way, I have a singleton heart," you would then say to yourself, "Hey, I don't have 4 heart losers. I have 1 heart loser, and I can trump all those losers, and that makes my hand better," right? So, ace opposite singleton, good. Nothing opposite singleton, also good, right? Having the king or queen opposite a singleton, not really working for you, right? You still have to lose a trick in the suit. If you're singleton opposite the king queen, you still have to lose a trick. You may not even get a winner out of it. And those points aren't in other suits working for you, right? We would refer to those as wasted values. So example number 1 here. South has a singleton heart. North has the ace of hearts that takes care of the heart loser, and 3 more hearts, none of which include any honors and can all be trumped, right? So that's working together perfectly, right? Partner's singleton matches with your ace, right? And the 5, 4, and the 3, once you know he's got a singleton or void, those can be trumped, right? So that is all working great for you, okay? Having nothing in the suit, still good, right? So in this case, you had 4 little cards in the suit. Partner has a singleton, right? So yeah, you're going to lose one, right? But after you lose one, the 5, the 4, the 3 can all be trumped, right? So what was a bad thing in your hand, what looked like, up to 4 heart losers in your hand, has been magically transformed into 1 loser, right? So having nothing opposite the singleton, also good, right? Now this one, it's not perfect, but it is still good, right? You have the ace, you have the king over there, but you have the ace to back it up. So for sure you can win the ace, discard something on the king, and trump 2 other things. But I would rather that king was in a different place, because it would be taking care of a loser in another suit. It may still be working for me, and it's not a bad thing here, but it's not as good as having that king maybe filling in my diamond losers or filling in my club losers, right? So it's still good. This is still good, but it's not perfect. Number 4 here. Now here I have the king opposite singleton, and that king is basically wasted here, right? The singleton in South means that I'm not going to lose more than 1 trick in the suit. So the king is not providing that purpose. The king may or may not provide a trick depending on where the ace is, right? And the king is not in another suit doing me some good, right? So we will refer to the king here as wasted values, right? It's just sitting out there. Maybe we'll be able to make some use of it, but we will not be able to make good use of it. Okay, it is not providing anything for us that the singleton is not already providing, and the discard is, maybe it becomes a trick, maybe it doesn't. It's only 50-50. All right, same thing here. King queen in the short opposite shortness, not good, right? The king and the queen provide the same service. They mean that we will not lose more than 1 heart, right? The singleton already provides that for us. We're only going to lose 1 heart because of the singleton. The king and the queen, yeah, we might be able to we can get 1 discard from it, possibly, slowly, right? We still have to lose a trick before we can get it. And that king queen are not in other places doing me some good, right? So when we say wasted value, sometimes you could also in bridge say duplicated values, right? Duplicated values means you have the same asset doing the same thing in both hands, right? The singleton means they can't take more than one trick in the suit. The king queen means they can't take more than one trick in this suit. But together they do not work. They don't work together to provide extra benefit for you. Okay. All right. Ace queen. So in this circumstance, generally speaking, it is poor strategy to take a finesse with a singleton. So you would not want to lead low to the queen here, because if it lost, you might lose a trick you didn't have to lose if you just won the ace and you trump, trump, trump. This is similar to the first example, because if you took that queen and you turned it into the 7 again, right? You'd have the ace and you'd be able to trump the other 3. So it's not a bad thing, but that queen is not in other places being used to you. The queen here is largely irrelevant to how you would play this suit. You would play the ace, you'd trump one, you'd trump another one, you'd trump another one. The queen is unlikely to provide any value for you. Having the 2 would not provide the same value, right? So again, we would say the queen here is wasted, right? Opposite the rest, but the ace is nice, right? So it's not terrible, but it's not great. Let's look at an example in practice. So here, South is your dealer, right? And with 13 points, South is going to open 1 spade, right? North, you have 15 points. You have 4 card spade support. So you immediately jump to 2-note trump, right? Shows 4 card support, 12 or more points. You got 15, 16 points, right? South, so you look at your hand. South, when you're deciding on your rebid, the easiest thing to do is look at your hand and see if you have shortness. And you do. You have a short heart suit, right? You can also check if you have shortness, see if you have a 5-card suit with 2 of the top 3 honors, which you do not, right? So South, your bid is going to be 3 hearts, right? A new suit on the 3 level shows shortness, singleton or void in that suit. So 3 hearts here promises a singleton or void in hearts. And we come back to North. So North, what you do to evaluate your hand is you look at the suit in which your partner has shown shortness, and you see whether that makes your hand more valuable or less, whether that solves some problems for you, whether that makes your hand work. And having 4 little hearts opposite the singleton, we decided that is a good thing, right? So in this case, instead of having 4 heart losers, we have 1 heart loser. That singleton is valuable to us because it takes care of our little problem there, right? So North, you might continue on towards slam. So 4-no trump. South, how many key cards do you have? Well, you have the ace of diamonds and you have the king of spades, the agreed upon trump suit, right? So 2 key cards. When you have 2 key cards, check for the queen. You don't have it, right? So 2 key cards without the queen of spades is 5 hearts. North, you have 4 out of 5, right? That is good enough for 6 spades. And looking at this hand, you can see that it's going to play reasonably well for you, right? Spades, you don't have any losers in spades. Hearts, yeah, you got to lose the 1. Diamonds, you got the ace opposite the king queen, right? If you have to rough the 4th diamond, hey, that's the way it goes, right? Clubs, ace, king, queen, no problems there. So you would predict that you would make 6 spades on this hand, right? Notice that you have on this hand only 28 high card points, right? Yeah, you got a couple points, 2 points, 3 points for distribution, but you're a little bit below where you would have considered slam in the past, right? South has a minimum hand, North has a medium hand, but knowing where partner singleton is and knowing that it solves a number of our problems makes us interested in slam here. All right. So in this case, what we would say is all of your points outside of the heart suit are working, right? So the king queen of diamonds here fits with the ace, right? The ace of clubs fits with the king queen. Nothing in heart, having nothing in hearts means that all of our other points are in useful places. They are working for us, right? Contrast that with this hand. So south opens one spade, north bids two no trump. North, you have exactly the same strength as the previous hand. The difference here is I've swapped your king queen of diamonds for your king queen of hearts, right? So I've just moved points around. Same strength hand, two no trump, pass south, still short in the hearts, right? So three hearts, new suit on the three level shortness, singleton or void in hearts, pass, and back to north. So north, when your partner shows shortness in hearts, you look at your hearts and evaluate whether this works or doesn't work for you. And having points that are not, don't include the ace in that heart suit are bad, right? Those are what we call wasted values here. So having the king queen of hearts in north, it means we only lose one heart, but we knew we were going to lose only one heart, right? And more importantly, this makes our hand worse because the king, queen of hearts and partner singleton are duplicated values, right? Or we say the king, queen of hearts are wasted values. In this case, that king, queen of hearts are not in other suits, are not in doing something, right? The king, queen stops everyone from taking two hearts, but they're not in the diamond suit solving your diamond problems, right? On the previous hand, we had the king, instead of the king, queen hearts, we had the king, queen of diamonds. And the king, queen of diamonds solved our diamond problems, and the singleton solved our heart problems. Now we have the singleton solving our heart problems, the king, queen solving our heart problems, and nobody is solving our diamond problems, right? So on this hand, you would want to sign off in four spades. You would look at it and you say, okay, my points are not working here. I'm going to try and stop, right? So four spades would say, sorry, I heard your singleton, doesn't help me. I have duplicated or wasted values. I don't want to be in six, right? I'm going to put these two hands side by side. Now you can see that the north hand is exactly the same strength in both examples, right? The difference is where your points are located. On the left-hand example, having the king, queen of diamonds solved our problems for us, right? The king, queen of diamonds took care of South's diamond problem. The singleton heart took care of North's heart problem. The hands are working together. The points, king, queen of diamonds, are working. In number 8 here, we have the exact same strength of hand. So if you were just judging this on points and stuff, you would have exactly two hands of the same strength. The difference is where our points are located. So the 3 heart bit showing shortness. We look at the hearts. We see that the king, queen are wasted in hearts. They're not solving problems elsewhere. And therefore, we would want to stop in 4 spades. Right? So that's what we're going to do to evaluate our hand after partner shows shortness. We're going to look at the suit in which he showed shortness. And we're going to decide, did that make my hand better? Did that make my hand worse? Do I want to go for slam? Or with wasted values, duplicated values, do I want to stop in 4? All right. Let's look at an example. This is exercise 1 in your packet. I'm just going to do a couple exercises. I'm not going to do them all. So on this one, North is the dealer, and North opens 1 spade, right? 12 points, minimum type hand. South, 16 points, 17 with distribution. That's a good hand, right? You start with 2 no trump, right? Because we can get some good information from our partner. And our partner is going to bid North. First thing you do after 2 no trump, look for shortness. Yes, you have shortness in diamonds. So 3 diamonds, new suit on the 3 level, shortness, right? South. So did that make your hand better or worse? The way you evaluate this is you look at the south hand, right? and you look at the diamonds in the south hand and say to yourself, okay, does a singleton help me or hurt me? And singleton opposite this hand makes it better, right? Because I had the ace of diamonds, that'll take care of the singleton. And then the 9, the 8, and the 3, I can trump them all, right? And if I can trump them all, that's, my hand is going to make 3 more tricks than I might have otherwise, right? And given that we were already going to 4, a couple of extra tricks should put me in a place where I want to be here, right? So given that we evaluate it and we say this makes it better, and we have 16, 17, we're thinking about slam here, we would continue with 4 no trump. North, how many key cards do you have? So the 5 key cards are 4 aces plus the king of spades. You have ace of clubs. You have ace of spades. That's 2 key cards. Do you have the queen of spades? No, you do not. So 5 hearts, 2 without the queen. And south, you're going to settle for 6 spades, right? So I want you to also think about this. And your partner showed a short diamond and your ace 4th of diamonds. That made your hand better. That made you interested in the slam. What if instead, as just looking at the south hand, if your partner had shown a singleton club and you had the king, queen, 4, that would have made you much less interested, right? And there you might have stopped in only 4. So evaluate the suit in which your partner shows shortness. Decide if it makes your hand better or not, all right? So number 2 here, North, 19 points, good hand, right? Opens a heart. North doesn't have 19 points. That's a misprint. North has 13 points, right? I'll get that corrected on your sheet. 1 heart, south. You have 4 card heart support, 14 points, right? 2 no trump, right? North. So first thing you do is look for shortness. Do you have shortness? Yes. You are short in diamonds. So 3 diamonds here promises a singleton or a void in diamonds, right? South, we evaluate our hand by looking at our diamond suit. Do we have, does that make our diamonds better or worse? So in this case, you can see that having all that strength tied up in diamonds does us no good at all, right? The King Jack 10 does not provide any value for us. We could have the 2, 3, 4, 5 and still be able to rough as many, right? And they're not going to be winners, okay? So having all that strength tied up in diamonds is bad for us, and we would want to sign off in 4 hearts, right? So the south hand, having so many points tied up in diamonds is bad. Just think of it this way. If you took that king of diamonds and put it in the king of clubs, you'd be a lot happier being in slam here, right? If you put that king of diamonds and gave yourself like the queen jack of spades, that would solve, some problems there, right? So having the points working in other suits would make you interested in slam. Having too many points tied up in your partner's short suit, that's bad, and you want to try and stop there. All right. All right. So let's move on to what do you do after your partner bids a new second suit at the 4 level, right? So this takes up a lot of bidding space, but it also provides a lot of information, right? Partner is showing you 10 cards out of his hand. He's telling you he's got 2 of the top 3 honors in the suit he bids at the 4 level, right? So responder knows a lot about opener's hand. Usually responder is going to be the one asking questions at that point, right? Because opener has finished his descriptions, right? So you're basically going to be looking to see how you fit with your partner's second suit, right? And what information do you need in order to make a move here, right? So from North's perspective, South opens 1 spade, right? Past North, you have 17 or more points. You have 4 card spade support. You bid 2 no trump, right? South, you have 5 clubs to the ace queen. Now you also have a singleton diamond, and there's always going to be overlap there. The way we solve the overlap is if the clubs have 2 of the top 3, we absolutely bid 4 clubs here, right? That says, partner, I've got 2 of the top 3 honors, and I've got a 5 card club suit. So back to North. You have the king of clubs. So you know your partner has the ace, queen of clubs, and a 5-card suit. So right away, you think you can run 5 clubs, right? You got the ace, king of diamonds, so you got that covered. You got the aces, hearts, you got that covered. The other thing you would be looking for in order to bid slam here is who has the ace and king of spades, right? If partner has none of the ace, king, or spades, then we have 2 spade losers. We need to stop in 5. If partner has one of them, we can be in 6. If partner has both of them, we can be in 7, right? So from North's perspective, without being able to see South's hand, you know a lot about South's hand here. You know he's got 5 spades, so you got a 9-card spade fit. You know he has 5 clubs, the ace, queen, so you know those are good, right? So you need to know who has the ace, king of spades. And the way to find that out, the easiest method by which to find out the ace, king of trump is Roman key card. So North bids 4 no trump, right? South, how many key cards do you have? Well, ace of clubs. Now, I know partner already knows you have that one, but you still include it in your answer, right? Because he may not, if he didn't have the king of clubs, he wouldn't know who had the ace of clubs, right? So answer the question you're asked. From North's perspective, he knows South has the ace of clubs. It's the ace, king of spades he's worried about. But South, answer the question. Ace of clubs is 1 key card. Ace of spades is 2 key cards. King of spades is 3 key cards. So South would bid 5 diamonds here. North, 5 diamonds shows 0 or 3. Does partner have 0 or 3? Well, we already knew from the auction that he has the ace of clubs. So he's got 1. If he's got a minimum of 1 and he showed 0 or 3, he's got to have all 3. And if he has the ace, king of spades, I would bid 7 spades, right? So from North's perspective, you can be pretty sure this contract is going to make before you even put the cards down. Yeah, you could bid 7 no trump, but just in case the clubs don't break for you, the one thing North doesn't know is that South has the jack of clubs too. That's what makes 7 no a good bet. So still stick with the 6 spades here, 7 spades. All right. Sometimes, you know, you have better than 2 of the top 3 honors. And when you have better than 2 of the top 3 honors, you know, when you have 3 of the top 5. So when you have a running suit on the side, then typically you are the one who might take control because you are the one who needs specific information. So in this case, South opens 1 spade. North jumps to 2 no trump, right? Showing 12 or more points and 4-card support. South, you could bid 4 clubs here. And that's a perfectly acceptable choice. But let's look at it from South's perspective, right? So with these 5-5 hands, I want you to start trying to visualize your partner's hand, right? From South's perspective, think about when you're bidding for slam, what do I need my partner to have, right? One of the ways you can look at it is what do I need to have to take all the tricks? And then if I subtract one of those cards to make 6, is it reasonable my partner might have those cards, right? So 1 spade, 2 no trump, South, you need to cover the single to diamond. You need the ace of diamonds. You need the ace of hearts to cover the hearts. And you need the ace of spades to cover the spades. You know you have 9 of them, but you need the ace of spades. So all South really wants to know is how many key cards North has, right? So since South is the one who knows what he needs to know, South is the one who can take control. You don't have to make a response to 2 no trump. It is good form. It is a good way to find out more information. But if you already know everything you need to know and you can ask the questions and you can get the answer you want, need, then South should continue to 4 no trump here, right? Short circuit the process. North, how many key cards do you have? Well, you got ace of spades, ace of hearts, ace of diamonds. That is 3. So North bids 5 diamonds, 3 key cards, right? And South, those were the 3 you needed. Ace of spades means no spade losers. Ace of hearts, no heart losers. Ace of diamonds, no diamond losers. You already have no club losers. Therefore, South can contract for 7 spades here. All right. So those are the 2 thought process going through. If you show, you know, if you have a running suit on the side, a lot of the times you could be the one that asks for 4 no trump. If you have two of the top three honors, then go ahead and show the suit and see what your partner does, because your partner might have the missing honor to fill in your thing, and he would be the one that knows that, and he would be the one better placed to ask for questions, right? I will tell you that, in these auctions, when you have big hands and big fits, you can get key card from both sides of the table sometimes and still get to the right place. So there's going to be many ways to get to possible slams on any individual hand. But in order to get to the grand slams, sometimes it is important as to who asks, because one person knows more and one person is able to get the answers he needs. Okay. All right. So just looking at an example here, North, you have 13 points, right? You're going to open one spade. South, you have 5-card spade support, 14 points, right? So you're going to bid 2 no trump. 5-card support, better than 4, right? North, so you have a singleton diamonds, you have shortness of diamonds. You also have a 5-card club suit. So the way to resolve that is, does the club suit up to the top 3 honors? Yes. So your bid here would be 4 clubs. South, what do you think about clubs? So looking at your hand, partner has 2 of the top 3 honors. You have the 3rd honor. So you expect that you have 5 running club tricks here, right? Excellent. What do you need to know on this hand? You do need to know who has the king of spades, right? You've got hearts pretty well sewn up. You've got diamonds pretty well sewn up. So clubs, you've got 5 tricks in clubs. Spades. Spades are the question that South need answered. So he's going to bid 4 no trump, right? North, how many key cards do you have? Ace of clubs is 1. King of spades is 2. When you have 2 spade honors, you look for the queen of spades. Do you have it? No. Now, I know you have a 10-card fit here, but North doesn't know that. It has to be a known 10-card fit by the person responding. North, you opened a spade, partner said 2 no trump, that only promised 4. You don't know there's 10. So you would say, partner, sorry, I don't have the queen of hearts. That's 2 key cards, ace of clubs, king of spades, but without the queen of spades. South, from your perspective, you don't need to worry about the queen of spades, right? Partner has 2 key cards. You have 3 key cards. That is 5 out of 5. Perfect. Do you have the queen? In this case, you have the equivalent of the queen, South, right? You have 5, partner has 5. The queen should fall. So I'm not worried about the queen of spades. Could I ask for kings on this hand? I don't think it's necessary, because I will submit that you have 13 tricks. Given that your spades are good, right? You have the ace of spades, king of spades, no spade losers. You have the ace of hearts and the ace of diamonds, right? And you have 5 running club tricks. So whichever card needs to be trumped here, right? Your partner has at least 1 short suit in diamonds or hearts. He's got a singleton diamond or he's got a singleton heart. And your 13th trick will come from either roughing a heart or roughing a diamond. You don't know which. 5 clubs, 5 spades, 2 ace of hearts, ace of diamonds, and a diamond rough. Now that may not be obvious for you to see, right? But what I'm trying to get you to do is get in the habit of visualizing your partner's hand before it comes down. Once dummy comes down here, you could look at it and you could say, oh, I wish we were in 7. The hard part, and this is what takes time and practice, right? It's not going to come overnight, is to be able to visualize what's in your partner's hand with the information you're given, right? And try and figure out before the dummy comes down, do I have 7? Right? So looking at all the cards here, you should be able to see how you're going to make 7, right? You take a couple rounds of spades, they're done, right? You take the ace of diamonds, you rough a diamond, that's it. You run all the clubs, you throw away any heart losers, diamond losers, and you're good. Okay. Okay, one last example here. This is exercise 7 in your packet. So, North, you have 17 points, good hand, right? Open one heart. South, 4-card heart support, minimum 12 points, right? So you are going to bid 2 no trump, right? North, you have shortness and diamonds. You also have a club suit headed by the king queen, right? So you could at this point bid 4 clubs, right? And then South would try to decide whether he wanted to move on from that point. But so let's say you bid 4 clubs and your partner bids 4 no trump. A partner bids 4 hearts saying, I don't want to go on. Would you pass with the north hand? I mean, you've got a great hand. What do you need to know from the north hand in order to be in slam? You need to locate the ace of diamonds. You need to locate the ace of clubs. And you'd also, if you found both of those, you'd like to know who has the queen of hearts, right? So you're looking for 2 key cards and the queen of trump. And that's all you need for 7 here, right? That's all you would need to find. If you found 1 ace from your partner, you'd still be happy to be in 6, right? If you find both aces, you're more than happy to be in 6. And if you find both aces and the queen, you're more than happy to be in 7 here, right? So rather than take the chance that your partner bidding 4 no trump and not being able to interpret how strong your hand is, North, you might take charge here. You might go straight to 4 no trump because you're the one who knows what you need to know. And what you need to know can be located with Roman key card, right? So 4 no trump. South, how many key cards do you have? Well, ace of clubs, ace of diamonds, right? So that's 2. And when we have 2, we look for the queen of trump. Do we have the queen of trump? No, we do not. So our response here will be 5 hearts, 2 key cards without the queen, right? North, well, that's great. You got the ace of diamonds covered. You got the ace of clubs covered, but I am unwilling to engage at the 7 level without the queen of trump, right? Yeah, it might fall. It might not. And when I bid 7, I want it to be a sure thing. So therefore, I'm going to sign off in 6 hearts. Partner had almost what I need. But, he's only got 12 points. He's only promised me 12 points. And those 12 points do not have to contain the cards that I need, do they? Right? Those 2 aces could be other points in his hand, right? Could be the king, queen of diamonds and, the queen of hearts or something, right? So I'm pretty sure I can make 5. I've got 3 out of the 5 key cards. I can make 5 without partner having anything. So 4 no trump. I'm hoping for a 5 spade response. I get a 5 heart response. I'm still willing to commit to 6, right? So if you are the one who, has the information, you know what you need to know, and you can get the answers from Roman key card, then you should be the one who bids Roman key card, right? All right. So those are our 2 topics for the day, right? We're evaluating our hands after partner shows an unbalanced hand with either shortness, right? In which case we look at the suit and see how we do. Or he shows a second 5-card suit with 2 of the top 3 honors, and then we evaluate based on whether we have the 3rd honor and how that works with our hands. Okay. All right. If you have any questions, feel free to send me email. If not, I will see you in class.